Hello, and welcome to our next episode to I Want to Talk Movies. Or I Want to Talk Movies. Alright? So, my name is Andy.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Drew.
And we want to talk movies.
And we're also joined by our friend Royce. He's playing Lucio Ball. We're sponsored by Blizzard, so gotta mention it.
If only. Anyways, it's good to be...
A cool breeze.
What's extra commentary in the background? Cool. So, I'm glad to be back again doing another episode with you fellas.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
We all made it somehow.
Brutal last week. If you're talking, yeah. So, today we're going to have another little segment of getting to know us, because I think it's just fun. We're going to do some movie news for you guys, and we're going to do a big talk about Netflix and what's exciting, what can come, and what we like and recommend, or whatever. We're going to have fun with it. And we are possibly going to do a spoiler-free review of Dark Tower, because 3 out of 2 of us saw it, and you will see...
3 out of 2 of us?
God damn it. My bad. 2 out of 3.
Which
I
one
can't
of us
do
saw
math.
it twice, and who doesn't exist? Now you're raising big questions.
Anyways, to prove myself as a good, leader in this group.
Don't worry, you're not the math guy.
I'm not the math guy, and I don't plan to be. But okay, so
We all know who the math guy is.
So going back, 2 out of the 3 of us saw the movie. We're gonna let you'll find out who didn't see it when we get to that section. But anyways,
It was me, Drew.
God damn it. Anyways, so now you know. So spoiler, it was Drew who did not see that movie.
Well,
but
so much for spoiler free, I guess.
yeah, so much for that.
We're off to a bad start.
Yeah, it's whatever. We'll get through it. So first question, guys. I thought, why not? Let's talk about a little bit about Disney, and I'm gonna ask you guys today, what is your favorite Disney princess? Because we're gonna discuss that. So I'm gonna flip the coin, fake coin. I'm gonna start with Drew.
Oh,
Ooh.
you're putting me in the
Interesting.
hot seat. It really comes down to 2. And I'm gonna start off with my final pick, my number 1, and that's Mulan, because Mulan is super dope. She's just flat out cool. She doesn't take no for an answer and kicks some ass. And what more can you want in a Disney princess? My number 2 was Ariel from A Little Mermaid. But my reasoning for her, it wasn't too sound. 1, I like the fish, and that was one of the reasons. And 2, the original fairy tale is pretty cool. She it's a little darker. It's a little more.
What is it, like a Grimm's fairy tale?
Yeah, she has to
Yes.
trade her. It's like, so she gets legs, right, in the movie, right, and in the story. But the catch is, in the story, whenever she uses her legs, whenever she walks, it feels like she's walking on broken glass.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's hardcore. And I think it's like some kind of sad ending. Like, someone dies, but the wish came true, but no one got what they want. Yeah. Classic old fairy tales. Like, don't go outside your limitations. Don't, know your bounds.
Keep it in Disney. Thanks, Drew.
Yeah, but Mulan. Great movie. One of my sister's favorites, so, I was exposed to it a lot as a kid. Eddie Murphy plays the dragon. Great. What was his name?
Mushu.
There you go. See, I'm more Mulan than a Mushu fan, so
I'm gonna chime in real quick. Patrick's face is red, and so we lived together and we got to know each other. So I knew from the beginning that Patrick's pick was gonna be Mulan.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
dear.
threw it to Drew first to see what would happen, and Patrick's face is red.
Out of curiosity, what did you think I was going to answer?
I had no idea.
Probably like Jasmine or something weird like that.
Jasmine.
I
She's
don't
got
know.
Tiger, so she's up there.
A lot of people like Elsa because she has powers.
That's my
I've
second
never even
choice.
seen Frozen.
That's
so
like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I
Well,
couldn't.
Disney
movies.
I can.
Alright. Well, anything else you want to add to the Mulan?
I have a special place in my heart because I remember seeing that at a drive-in theater when it came out, and that was probably the last movie I ever saw at a drive-in. Maybe my first movie I ever saw at a drive-in. Might be the only movie I've ever seen at a drive-in. But that was just a grand time. That was just a good time.
All right.
So Mulan.
Well, based off your description of Mulan, it sounds like you're really into Disney movies. But here, I'm going to tell you why I like Mulan. So, she lives in a community, right, where women, girls, they're not as, I guess, well respected in the community as men. And even though she's faced with this decision, right, to go in the place of her father in war, which is like, oh my god, this is like, and if she gets caught, she's gonna die.
Her father?
Yeah, she takes the place of her father in war. And you know,
That was her brother.
God, that's like
yeah, I thought she had a brother. I don't know.
You're not looking too good right now.
You know, I'm not like.
You're not looking too good right now.
Disney's not my forte. Like, I'll put it out there. I like Disneyland.
I think this movie covers so much like self-identity and kind of like you have to choose almost like what's morally right over than what like the community thinks. You know, it's like you have to go against the flow, and I love that so much, and I think Mulan does such a great job, and she's such a likable character.
Yeah.
Like she's the kind of person, like you ask her to do something, she'll do it even if it's like the shittiest job, you know, like, but she'll get it done. Like she's one of the few princesses that actually like fights and like can handle herself, because I would say a few of the princesses are kind of a little girly, like, you know,
kind of
like
backseat.
Yeah, they're kind of backseat. I guess the biggest like betrayal of that was the movie Brave, where like the mom did all the fighting. I mean, I understand that was a woman, but isn't that the bear movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mom did the fighting?
Yes. The final battle, the princess, I can't remember
I thought the
her
mom got
name.
turned into a bear.
She did turn into a bear.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe I should not talk about any more Disney movies, because you're just going to be like, oh, I thought it had an elephant in it. Or
I know
something.
Pinocchio the best. That's the one I know the best. So let's,
But yeah, Mulan's great. Like, and I love the music in that movie, and just like the whole "Be a Man" song is like my favorite song in all Disneydom. And
it's such an interesting twist on it too, that she's not a man.
She's not a man, but she surpasses most of them.
No, she kills.
She starts off the weakest, but then she becomes like the best. Like everyone respects her.
Yeah.
But then there's a certain turning point where everyone finds out she's a girl, and they all turn their back on her. You know? But she still keeps going. She still keeps going. You cannot stop the Mulan train. And she saves all of China.
Is that is when she's found out that she's a woman? Is that pre-avalanche scene? Or
It's after.
Post-avalanche.
That's right after the avalanche.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it was right around there.
Yeah.
Because she like saves like. She saves the captain. That's right. The guy that she kind of has like.
That's right. And
like
then
a
he's
love.
like, "Oh, you're a woman."
You know what's funny though is that Mushu was the one who lit the rocket that started the ambulance, the ambulance or whatever, and knocked out all the bad guys in that battle.
So
Well, I mean, she made him.
Yeah.
She
That was cool.
like pulled
She
on
used-
him.
yeah, she
like
used him
yanked
as a
him.
lighter.
I'm just saying that was a cool use of a sidekick. Yeah. So.
Kind of like a teamworky kind
Yeah.
of thing, where they
Yeah.
actually had to help each other out in a sense.
I like that.
Even though it's more like using him, it's not really like, hey, we're gonna
was a
do
tool
this.
in that scene. I don't
Yeah,
mean
it
that in
was like a
what
tool. Yeah.
One beef with Mulan though is the dolls that they sold for Mulan. None of the dolls were warrior Mulan. All of the dolls were in a dress Princess Mulan, and I distinctly remember my sister being upset about that.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that is too bad, because
And
it
Szechuan
is
sauce
such.
being like gone
Szechuan
for so
sauce.
long.
But it is, because she was a role model for a lot of girls for exactly those reasons.
Yeah,
that
I
you
love
said.
those reasons.
And
like,
expiring woman figure in
yeah,
Disney.
Yes.
like
animation.
I've never been like that kind of like. Even as a young boy, like I never cared for the whole sexist stuff. I think I told people like I liked the color pink or something like that. It wasn't my favorite color, but they're like, "Oh, that's a girl's color." I'm like, no color's a girl's color. You know, like this has never been
Who
a
owns
concern
that part
for
of
me.
the spectrum? That's for everybody.
Yeah, but I was actually going to ask Andy, like, is Mulan an okay Disney princess to pick? Because she's actually not a princess.
That's true. But she's in the club, right?
She's in the club. She's
yeah.
considered part of the club, but she's
Technically-
not a traditional princess.
Yeah, but technically because she's in the club and she is Disney treasure tradition, I would definitely consider Mulan princess. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
definitely belongs and definitely earned it. You know.
Oh God! I mean, I guess I would. Is Elsa the redhead one of the, or is that
Anna?
Anna? I like Anna the most when
Anna's
it comes
cool.
to actual princesses. But I'm not going to talk about that movie because Drew's just going to say, "Oh, did this happen?" And no, that didn't actually happen.
I don't know anything. I know one of them has ice powers, but that's
Okay,
it. Yeah.
but Andy, what about you? The big lead up. It's going to be a third Mulan,
It's gonna
probably.
be the third Mulan, number 3, which I've never seen. No, anyway.
Whoa!
So I went back and forth. The movie, I actually really liked it. We actually saw it together, Pat. You said it was forgettable, but I enjoyed this character a lot. Maybe because I identified with this character a lot. Moana. Mm-hmm. I really truly liked her character because she was just from the beginning was a go-getter. She also went against the grain, and it's like one of those things. She always had an itch to like explore and discover what no one else wanted to do. So
Yeah, everyone else
So-
was afraid.
right.
So I've not seen Moana. All I've seen is a YouTube video where they removed every scene that had water in it, and it was like a 10-minute video. Like that was the entirety of the film when there wasn't water in it. So
Water is a very big theme.
no, yeah, I got from the trailer that she was like talking to the ocean at some point or something.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
So just a quick summary. What are the people afraid of? How exactly is she different? Like what?
Well, so her town is kind of losing food and resources, and she's just like, well, look, there's plenty of more places to go search.
I'm assuming she's on like a Hawaiian island.
Yeah, she's on one of the islands, and her dad, the king of the island, is saying, no, we gotta keep safe, because they all have a fear of the ocean, and I think it had to do with, I don't remember, one of the islands, Maui was the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, who played Maui, but there was an evil in this other island, and the people from that village were afraid of it. So she just kept saying, no, like, let's not be afraid. We need to go out and explore because there's more out there and we need to save our people. So she kept getting rejected, but still she kept persevering to wanting to discover and not let anything hold her back. And she went on this really incredible journey. I truly liked the first song that one of the main songs she sung, How Far I'll Go. And I think Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords did an awesome song as a lobster.
What?
Yeah, it was great.
I love him.
And then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was just, he can do anything. So he was just awesome to see, and it was just a fun adventure movie. So I mean, if I had, I almost picked Belle because
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the
Because yeah, thanks, Drew.
Just wanted to make sure you knew. Just wanted to make sure
that I knew.
Oh my God, we have
Dude, you guys picked
a Disney
rough,
novice over
yeah,
here,
a rough
dude.
topic.
No wonder he doesn't want to do Disney night trivia.
Yeah, I would get slaughtered unless it's about Disneyland, and then I might do pretty well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with that answer. But yeah,
That's respectable.
Yeah,
So, all right, I want to go into some movie news.
movie news.
So I want to.
Movie news.
Thank you, Patrick.
I like that. That's a good bit.
Thank you. Speaking of Disney, recently they reported that they want to do their own online streaming
I
service.
heard about this.
Which to me, it's like, holy crap! Like, am I gonna have to spend more money that I don't have?
Yeah, they're pulling everything off Netflix, and they're starting their own streaming service, which I gotta say I'm a little curious about. Are they putting all their TV shows on there, or like what's the deal there? Because they don't have enough movies to like compete with anything.
I think anything Disney, which is Disney classics, Disney
Anything
shows,
Disney.
All the Marvel.
Okay, all right. Now
Marvel
you've
movies, Marvel
expanded it, 'cause they do
shows,
own
Star
quite a
Wars.
bit.
and
They do own
Star
quite a bit.
Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that door.
Ever heard of it? Star Wars?
Star Wars.
It's that one.
Yeah, you ever heard of it?
He's done. But yeah, I actually read into that a little bit more too. So, like, don't worry about Netflix too much. It's still gonna keep the whole Defenders crew.
Yeah.
So we won't have to worry about losing Daredevil or
Yeah, 'cause
Luke
those
Cage or
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, and no one really cares for Iron Fist yet. But
Man, that season just kind of I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest.
I was actually surprised that that Netflix's stock didn't take more of a beating than it should have. It only went down by like 2% from this news.
I mean, they have a bunch of other good stuff, so...
Yeah, they do, and they're
Well, it's all about the originals now.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I actually don't think we talked about this in the last podcast, but we did right before where Netflix is really upping the amount of money they're spending on their original content, like
It
a
shows.
lot.
It shows.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it past them. Like, this probably won't affect them all too much. They might lose like a kid base, but like I don't think kids really watch Netflix all too often as it is compared to, say, our age group, which is like the younger 20s, and probably teenagers probably watch, Netflix or like these subscription-based services the most.
They got like a
anyways.
family plan going or something. Yeah, but that is interesting news. That's Disney's starting their own streaming service.
Yeah, I mean,
That honestly caught me by surprise.
Yeah,
I thought their partnership with Netflix or whatever they're doing was going pretty well.
I think it is. I think Disney's just like, hey, we can do this too.
they probably found out they can make more money.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, they're big. They own lots of stuff.
So I guess his contract was that I think was also mentioned. It's gonna go until, I think this won't happen until 2019. So there's still some time.
All right, there's time.
But
there's time.
it's just to prepare that something that
all
could happen.
all the movies coming out between now and 2018 will go on Netflix, or at least most of them will.
Well, that's a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll still get like the Thor Ragnarok and the latest. What was the latest? Guardians 2 will eventually be up there, I think. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. I mean, I'm kind of curious, like, if there'll be what cost will be associated with Disney, or like, is it going to be like mainly like Disney Channel stuff? Like, is that going to be like the big like original content dealer? Like, are they going to start doing their own like TV shows?
That's what I think it's going to be. I think they're going to bring TV in.
If they make enough money, then they can start doing their own original just for the streaming.
Yeah, because we saw not too long ago like these dolls, right? Where there's like this Mexican princess or something.
Yeah.
And you told me that's like a TV show, right?
What is this?
No. It's going to be a new princess, the new movie.
Oh, it's actually going to be
the
a
new
movie.
princess.
And she has like a flying tiger or something.
Yeah,
like
it's going to be the new Disney princess.
Okay, I thought you were telling me that was going to be a TV show.
Yes,
Flying tigers and what's the apex predator? If I've ever heard one.
They're
That is-
introducing like a Mexican princess because they're trying to be more diverse.
How does a
and
flying
stuff.
tiger work into the mix though?
Oh no, I think it's like a Mayan thing. I'm not sure. Incan, Mayan, something like that. But
Interesting.
yeah,
I gotta what? Yeah, remember what it's called at all? We pulling that up. We getting that checked out.
Yeah, check it out. It's gonna be Elena. It's gonna be the new princess.
Elena.
Yeah. So she's gonna be.
and it is Mexican, right? Or is it Spanish? Or
And I don't actually. I think it's gonna be.
it's a Latin.
It's
gonna be Latina. Let's just say Latina.
Latina.
Yeah. So. We're gonna see what happens. What happens with that? I think I could be wrong about the movie, but we'll see what. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be the new.
I wonder if they're just trying to find a place to put all their like, their like straight to DVD Disney like sequels. Oh, we have no place to put these.
Xenon the Space
DVDs.
Princess
Yeah.
2.
Like Aladdin 2. Jafar goes to the.
There was an Aladdin 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess.
What?
It actually wasn't that bad of a movie, to be honest.
Jafar goes to where? Jamaica? Like Jafar goes to the market? Like what
Yeah.
is it?
Okay. So just to actually for fact checking. It actually is a season show. I'm not.
that's a show.
I could have swore you actually told me that.
Renewed. It's renewed for a second season. So
What's it?
So yeah,
what's it
I bet
called?
there'll be
What's it
like
called?
more stuff like that.
Elena of Avalord, renewed for...
Avalord.
Huh?
Okay.
Avalord. But, yeah, so we'll see what Disney does, because it's really big and powerful. That this company is just, there's no stopping it.
Powerful company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited for that. More options is always better.
Yeah. So, I wanted to go on to a new thing. I wanted to talk about, there's been postings of Josh Brolin as Cable for...
I saw
I
that.
still haven't seen that. Oh,
And I'm
What,
currently
the
showing
picture?
Patrick the picture.
sick.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin. Good pick.
Yeah.
I think so. He's been doing a lot of stuff recently. Doesn't he play Thanos?
Yeah,
He plays Thanos.
Thanos,
And
yeah.
now he's
That's
playing... It's funny, because he's playing a character
And this
for Marvel.
is for Deadpool, right?
That is for Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cable's a.
Oh, sick.
He's a cool character.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
I think he's like definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah, I
kinda
think it's
character.
Nick Summers, right?
Yeah, he's Scott Summers' son.
Yeah,
He
so-
travels back in time from the future, and he's way cooler than his dad.
Yeah, he's
Isn't
awesome.
that the girl that you like?
What are we looking at?
I was scrolling through all
No,
the
dude,
pictures.
but I do like her. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
what's her name?
Cable and
Oh,
Domino.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
who's
Domino.
playing
Yeah.
Domino?
that gal.
That's just a picture of her. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know the name right now off the top of my head.
The gal from Game of Thrones? That's not
No,
her?
that's not her. That's
No.
not her.
Oh, okay. I thought
No.
it was.
Anyways, so that kind of that'd be cool. I'm excited to see Josh Brolin and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly was hoping it was Dolph Lundgren. How, like,
That would've-
Ryan
that would've
Reynolds
worked pretty
and
well.
at the end of the first Deadpool was saying. I thought that would have been great.
Pretty funny.
I really love Dolph Lundgren. But,
It would have been a great Cable.
Yeah. this massive old guy, but yeah,
That's
like that's so
basically most of the
exciting.
character. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot what else. And then I kind of was reading up on some news on the shows, and apparently NBC wants to bring back some. Instead of creating new shows, they want to bring back some shows, such as The Office and 30 Rock.
Well, it's hard to be creative, so you know.
I know. The world's run out of ideas. We're at a shortage.
Well, I just feel like I depends on what they want to do. Who knows what they want to do with it? But I think from what they've done with The Office has been from
You're
start
like,
to
we
finish
need to give
was
Dwight a job.
was awesome.
So are you talking like a spin-off or like a reboot?
I think so far they talked about reboots, possibility of reboots,
see, no.
or not reboots. But, sorry, not reboot, but possibility of just continuing. But
Oh, interesting.
yeah, so who knows how that's gonna.
I have to see more. I have to hear more. That's got me a little bit on edge.
Yeah, I was telling Andy the other day, like, you know, like, even though, like, part of me kind of likes that idea, like, the other part of me would be, like, upset, because it's like, if it was The Office, I would be upset to see, like, Michael Scott come back and Jim and Pam, because that means, like, their dreams didn't work out, and they, like, they got screwed somehow and had to come back to work at The Office.
And not only that, but like, it had its place. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
why you don't need to dig up every successful.
I mean, while we're at it, we should just continue Breaking Bad, you know?
Yeah, let's go. Let's.
Well, the only thing I think that would actually work if I were, to like want to see it happen would just to be like, where are they now kind of deal, and do like a short, maybe 4 episodes or less kind of deal, like, oh, where are they now, and then have them meet and have whatever silliness can happen between them, and then call it a day. And
Yeah, I want to know.
While that does sound cool, I actually do agree with you that that sounds like a cool idea. That from the way you said it earlier, that doesn't sound like that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah. But shows that is coming back that I'm excited for is Arrested Development.
Okay, so
They
when is that coming back?
Well, it's currently filming, and I think they're trying to do it for 2018.
Did they ever make the movie?
No, they were. I think they're just gonna keep going on Netflix. New seasons.
They're doing it this season.
So they cancel that movie idea or whatever.
Was it
I
gonna happen?
totally
I thought it
thought-
was kind of like a joke. I thought it was like one of their jokes. I'm not sure. It could be, could not.
Maybe it's like the Simpsons movie. Everyone's just gonna keep talking about it, and eventually
Until it
someday it
happens.
will happen.
Jason Bateman just posted a picture of the crew, or not the crew, but the house, the Blues house.
The model home.
Yeah. So, I guess they're getting
Love
that
that show.
works. But, And so, speaking of Netflix, I want to kind of get into more of the what goodies Netflix has, and what you guys have enjoyed, and what is coming out this month in August that we are looking forward to. And, you know, at least what I'm looking forward to, you know.
Okay.
So, all right, Patrick.
Okay, so a show that looks really good, I believe it's coming on Netflix. Hopefully you can correct me, but I think it's called The Ozark or something like
already
that.
on.
Is that a movie or is
Jason,
that a show?
it's Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman, I've seen
I actually do not like Jason Bateman, and it's not because
He's
of
so
his.
sweet.
It's not because of his acting style. It's just he usually always plays the kind of character that I just despise. It's like this kind of like morally, like he thinks he's this morally bound or like higher up than everyone else, yet he'll be the person who does something morally wrong
Well,
and
that's
then
Arrested
justify
Development right there.
Yes,
That's
his. And but he plays that character in so many other roles.
Have you
too.
seen the trailer for Ozark or the
Yes.
little? It looks like he plays a more kind of just on the wrong side of the tracks
Yes.
morally character. Which, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's kind of fine because
Okay.
it doesn't seem like it has that goofy tone to it. Like you're supposed to kind of
kinda
almost
like-
be laughing at the like stupidity of his decision. Almost this is
Looks at the camera. And
a
goes
lot
like,
of people have been
like-
saying this is the itch that scratches the people's backs who've been waiting for a new Breaking Bad. And the story seems really similar to Breaking Bad. It's this guy who's doing this illegal thing, and then he's trying to cover up the money.
It's like he and his wife are both in on it or something.
Well, I think he
like-
tells his wife, and she's like, "Yeah, I want money," so they they hide it. So.
Well, to answer your question, it's already streaming. It got released July 21st.
Okay, that's
Yeah, okay.
practically August.
Yeah, so already August, but yeah, it's something to look forward
yeah,
to. What about you, Drew? Anything?
Okay, so Netflix has a pretty good selection of kung fu movies. Kung Fu Killer, I'm going to recommend that one. It is originally called Kung Fu Jungle in China. But it's with Donnie Yen. Good one. Good just martial arts action. Another Donnie Yen movie I liked was was it just called The Monkey King? I think it was. But it's like a very dramatic and very heavy on the CGI retelling of the classic Chinese fable of Sun Wu.
Yeah, Sun Wukong.
Sun Wukong, thank you. The Monkey King, and it's wild. Go check it out.
Interesting.
But recently I have been watching Jessica Jones. I kind of slept on it because I watched like the first half of Iron Fist and it kind of killed my vibe for the
Okay. Well,
those
this-
Marvel
I have
adaptations.
to ask you a question since you mentioned it. Is that your first Netflix original show from Marvel that you saw?
No. The first one I saw was Daredevil on
Okay.
recommendation. Back right when it came out.
Okay.
Saw season 2 for that. Loved both seasons. Saw Luke Cage. Loved the first half of the season.
Yes.
And then, the best villain on TV died. They killed him off halfway. Spoilers. Post-mortem spoilers. And then they just brought in the weird, alien loader.
I still
guy.
think I prefer Nathan Fisk over the character you're talking about, but yes, he was far
Fisk-
above beyond the
Fisk was good.
better villain than the one they ended on in Luke Cage.
The thing I liked about Fisk was he's one. A lot of the villains are like, I'm the good guy, but he was the one guy for me. Not the one, but one of the guys for me that you're like, this guy genuinely believes he's doing everyone a service. He genuinely believes he's the hero of his story, and I love that in a villain. He was
Most of
Yeah.
our country's villains did think like that. Al Capone and a couple of mass murderers too. Were I would never hurt a fly, and
Except these
but
10 people.
they end up killing a bunch of people. But they think. Yeah, they think they're doing the world a favor, almost.
Okay. Well, I got two things that I'm looking forward to. First is going off of what you mentioned, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. So this month we're going to get The Defenders, August 18th. So I'm super excited for just 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to
it's
be
only
plenty.
8?
Yeah. I think it's awesome that they're actually allowing it to be either longer or shorter because you don't need to extend it,
I think where they found that out was with Sorry, it was with dang it. I'm blanking out.
The
on
Netflix
name.
original?
Yeah, the Netflix original.
How many
of,
words? How many words? Come on, we can do this.
The kids and the monster.
Oh,
Kids and the monster?
Stranger Things.
Oh,
Stranger Things.
Come on, man.
I think that's where they like, okay, we need to like give the directors and
God, that
blah blah
was
blah
good.
like
Oh,
they
looking forward
need
to
to-
that.
That's
yeah,
Yeah.
second season.
Yep, October. That's when I think we're getting it.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
So
one.
that kind
Yeah,
of made my summer last year, which was just
That-
amazing.
That
Did
took
we
me by
watch it
surprise
twice?
last year.
We watched it twice.
It's worth watching twice.
Yeah, we watched it twice.
You pick up stuff.
Because we watched it together, and then we saw it with your parents because they
Yep.
were like, "We gotta see this,
Yep.
or we gotta show it to them." And we,
The
you
mystery.
know,
My,
the mystery.
my sister even binge watched that show in a weekend, and she does not watch TV at all.
It's to
Like,
show you how good it is.
Every episode you're like, what happened? Where is it going? I don't know, and I need to find out.
yeah.
Like there was no sleeping on that. It was you just had to just
Yeah, I remember that was like one of the few shows that Andy would convince me to stay up at night
Yeah.
to keep watching TV. So far, there hasn't been a show since we moved into the new place that's been the case. But yeah, that was the one show Andy could be like, "Hey,
Come on."
stay up another 12 hours."
So another
So worth it though. Well, the next, and then something I'm really interested in. I didn't finish watching this anime, but we're getting the live action Death Note coming out August 25th.
Yeah.
So I saw pictures of like I forgot his name.
Willem Dafoe.
William the.
He plays the demon.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
he?
he's the voice
God,
of the
what's
demon.
the demon's
I forgot the
name?
demon's name. It
It's-
feels so
I'm
unprofessional.
only vaguely familiar with
It's
the.
not that like.
But do you think I just thought the demon looked like Willem Dafoe?
I
Is
thought
that
you were going with something. I don't know how to take you seriously
No,
sometimes.
no, he's
Now that
actually,
you say that, it does sound like him.
it definitely is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely him.
And it makes sense. I think William Dafoe is just an amazing actor. And
No, yeah.
he's just.
Phenomenal voice work.
And how
He
many
has such a-
episodes? You only saw like the first couple of episodes.
I saw like
of
maybe
the
10.
anime, right?
Yeah, I saw 10. I think I may, depending on time,
It-
I want to continue it. I really, really like the concept.
Ryuk is
Okay,
William
Ryuk.
Dafoe's plays
Okay,
Ryuk.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm not. I know vaguely what it's about. I'm not super familiar with it. I know there's basically a demon is like, I'm just gonna have some fun, and he gives a kid a book,
He just drops it, and the kid finds it.
and it just kills whoever he writes down
Yeah.
in it. And there's a detective named L, I want to say,
Yep.
who
You seem to know a lot about this.
I had some friends who were pretty into it. And,
Yeah, a lot of people are apparently.
It was
super into this
that's
show.
what I'm kind of getting at. It was a super popular show. It wasn't when it came out, or was it? It was a comic, or it was
The thing that
anime?
the thing that I like the most about this anime is that it's not like the typical anime. You know, they don't emphasize on like huge women's breasts, and there's not. It's not like super wacky, but it deals with this huge, weird moral dilemma. The whole story is not really about the demon or anything, but it's about Light, the main character, and how he starts to get this god complex. He starts to think that he
was literally
is
given
God.
like a god's tool.
Yeah,
right?
yes,
I mean,
he's
that's
given this tool, and Ryuk loves that because he's just like, oh my god, this is so much fun. Because Ryuk did this because he was bored. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
So
And
So yeah, most of it seems like a really kind of cerebral, a really kind of psychological battle.
Yes.
Between what's more,
and he's
moral, what
only
isn't.
killing bad guys or people he deems to be bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the gray territory.
That's where
is,
exactly. That's where like the
who gives
moral.
who gives a
That's,
damn?
that's the one thing I'm a little scared about with the movie, though, because I want to say they showed a scene where he like is at least about to kill a bully. Where I don't.
Dude, in the trailer, he writes that kid's name down and says he gets decapitated.
Okay, so yeah, he kills. I don't.
Willem Dafoe.
I could be wrong.
Insidious.
Maybe he does kill a bully really fast in the.
I could
TV
see
show.
that being like the first
think he
one,
did.
the first person he kills.
Yeah, but I think he mainly just. But he mainly just kills like everyone in like the prison system or like people that are holding.
That's pretty sweeping. That's like
Yeah, no. So that's when that's when L comes in, because
And that's the thing that I kind of hooked me from the first episode that I saw in this anime. Like from day one, he like the show doesn't like doesn't give you any like time to think. Okay, no, like Light just starts killing from day one.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I have the power to do this. I'm gonna test it out and kill someone who's robbing this place or is gonna harm this person, and just starts going crazy. And I think it's a great example, giving a regular human person like this. Again, the God complex is power.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a very interesting concept. It was hard for me to continue watching it though because they introduced a character that I didn't really like. It was just a female who was pretty much just a doormat, and it was just kind of hard for me to like watch anymore because she became a very big part of the series, and it's just like this is a pretty disrespectful look on like, because she's like the main female character. Like there's no other like big female character. So that was pretty upsetting.
And they just basically did nothing with her as a character. Is that what you're saying?
No, I guess she did a lot, but she was a doormat. Like, so I'll just say it. Like, she would let Light do anything to her, or like, he is pretty much. She gave like full control over to Light. Like she's like, will do anything for you, and she's like this hot model actress, like just like the trifecta, right? And Light's just a really smart high school kid.
He's in high school?
Yeah, this is high
it's
school.
all happening in high school.
So that's when I stopped.
So,
when she became kind of a bigger part.
Yeah. So again, the live action comes out August 25th.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty. I don't know. I'm gonna take a
Ryuk
look at
looks
it.
sick.
Ryuk, maybe if you guys are up for it.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm totally gonna watch it even
yeah.
if it's bad.
Going in unbiased, so it's been kind of interesting. I think.
Well, again, maybe we can review it and talk more in depth about it and see what we think.
I like Netflix stuff.
Yeah. So now we're gonna move on to our review. Spoiler free.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's try our best, I guess.
Let's make a game of it. Let's you said you were trying to sell me one way or the other, see it or don't see it, without spoilers. Is that what I?
Maybe one of us should take the side of trying to sell.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What side do you want, Patrick?
Well, I think we're both on the same side, so
But what do you want to argue? What do you want to argue
I'll
for?
let you pick.
I feel like you can argue better for hating it.
Yes, I know I can argue better.
Okay.
For that one. But I will defend it though if you want.
I feel like you're the kind of person who could argue either way.
I know you can argue either way, but I feel like you'd have more fun.
I will rip you to shreds.
Well,
I'll
like to have fun on this show, so you know what?
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'll try to convince Drew why to go see it.
Okay.
You try to convince him not to go see it, and we're gonna try to stay away from the spoilers. But if you are worried, and if you're worried about it, then
don't be too concerned.
and because so to start with, too, Drew refused to see the movie because he is gonna start reading the books.
About to start reading the book series. Just borrowed it from these guys.
And that's respectable. It's two different
noble
things.
but dorky action.
Yeah, I had a friend say that it would just spoil the entire series if I went and saw the movie. So I got one question for you, Andy.
Okay.
Should I see this movie?
I think you should.
Patrick, I got a question for you. So why? Like why? What did you like about it? What was your?
It has a badass gunslinger. And if you want to see him do
what does that mean?
Pretty sparse. Sparse commentary.
Gunslinger is all you need to know. He can do some gunslinging.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I shoot with my hand, not with my. I shoot with my eyes, not with my heart. Okay, I saw it.
He shoots with everything. I'll just tell you that he shoots with everything.
Okay, Patrick, why shouldn't I see this movie?
Okay. I'm going to at least start off with one good point because it needs to be mentioned. The beginning of this movie is good. First 10 or 20 minutes of this movie, you're thinking...
How long is this movie?
It's only like 89 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like 95 to 89 minutes.
That's a rarity.
Which gives me another point. It's only 89 minutes, which is why you're like, hey, it wasn't so long.
You remember how big that book you got from him?
That's one of like 8 books, isn't it?
Yes.
It is an 8. It is an 8-book series.
So, do you want to watch a movie that's that short, that big of a book came from? No, they're missing something.
Yeah, I know. When Andy's positive thing is, it's short. You don't have to be there very long.
No.
Like, that's we're
Hey.
treading on, it's okay.
But I have to give credit where credit is due.
See, first
The
20 minutes.
beginning of this movie is good. Like,
Okay.
sets up the main character decently well, and it sets up, you know, kind of his situation and his struggle.
Is the main character Idris Elba, or is it the child?
I would argue it's the child.
Okay.
But I think there is an argument to be made that it is Idris Elba.
Okay.
Yes, the character Jake Chambers, who's the kid, is
Jake
the
Chambers.
the main character.
Something funny about that
But
name?
in the
I thought
book,
you said
it
Dick
is
Chambers.
Isn't that his name? What's his name?
Jake Chambers. Is
Oh, I thought you said Dick Chambers.
Jake.
No, Jake Chambers.
Yeah, Jake
That's
Chambers.
why I was laughing, because you're just like, Dick Chambers.
Yeah, no, okay, alright, we're clear on that one now.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Jake Chambers
Jake
is
Chambers.
Is the kid who has these visions,
Yeah.
and which are cool, and he can do these drawings, which are from another. You get to see stuff from another world.
Okay.
So kind of cool, and so the movie's about him. The book, I think, it's more on Roland, which is the gunslinger. So
I've heard like the first like 5 or 6 of the 8-book series deal exclusively with Roland. Was that his name? Roland and the Man in Black.
yeah,
I've that's what I've heard.
yeah, and if you want to see Idris Elba be a badass, you should go see this.
All right, well that's a good selling point. I do
Right.
like Idris
There's
Elba.
a lot of movies where you can see that.
That's true. There's also TV series as well.
But you get to see him be a gunslinger.
So,
Woo! Now we're
Alright?
cooking.
And
Yeah.
you get to see McConaughey be the Man in Black.
he's not even sexy in this
I've,
movie.
I've
But-
seen
but-
the Lincoln,
That's his best selling point, is him being sexy.
I've seen the Lincoln car commercials. I don't need to see him be the Man in Black.
Come on, he's like
Life's wild.
all right, I
So,
can
if he
do, I
does
can
that
do
in
magic
his
more
movie-
than you do.
Okay. I gotta talk here.
Yeah, okay. Patrick.
Matthew McConaughey's performance is pretty dry
Yeah.
in this.
Really?
Yes.
Alright.
He's a very
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's a very unexciting villain, which is surprising to me. I think some people were expecting him to be unexciting, but we saw a movie called like Killer Joe or something where he is like an amazing demented villain.
Killer
Like,
Joe?
Yeah,
Don't
it's
ever see that.
it is a very
Is it good or just like...
it is
like,
a good
it's
movie,
just
but
it'll-
it's
it'll
like
mess
you
with
don't want to watch it again.
Yeah,
It's disturbing. It is a disturbing movie.
Good.
It is a good. It is a good
I'm not
You
gonna.
look-
I'm
you
not
look
gonna
like you're
recommend. I'm
shell-shocked.
not gonna
You're-
recommend this movie just because I was.
It is
so
a good
disturbed.
movie, but it is a very disturbing movie.
Well, shit.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, so-
Matthew McConaughey's
Kind of bland.
performance is pretty dry. The kid's performance gets pretty dry as the movie goes on.
Is the kid a new introduction to the scene? Is this his first film, or has he
As
done other
far
things?
as I
Pretty
know.
sure he's
Okay,
He's,
so
he's a young kid, so he's
Alright,
not.
alright.
You know.
The I don't know about you, Andy, but I thought the transitions in this movie were really like clunky. Like it felt forced, almost like from scene to scene. Whereas
Was there or was there not a gunslinger? in
you are right, there was actually 2 gunslingers at least in one scene of the movie.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first, folks.
Yeah.
Gunslingers in the movie. Go see it. Go see it.
Yeah, it just felt like
How
someone had a direction with this movie,
Uh-huh.
and then it just they just either kind of forgot about it, or the like the funding was cut or something. Because so this is where my beef gets like just struck hard, you know,
Some
like
salty beef.
Yeah, salty ass beef.
Some beef jerky.
Is the ending of this movie is atrocious. If you have ever ended a story or a movie with a terrible ending, that is the only thing you can think about, because you literally end on it.
First and last impressions are the most
Yes,
important
exactly.
things in
If
a
you
film.
have a story or a movie, the most important scenes is are the beginning and the ending.
Yeah.
So
true.
as I said, the beginning of this was like good. I mean, it wasn't particularly like amazing or
Wasn't blowing
anything, but
socks
it
off.
was. It felt like it was gonna go somewhere.
Okay.
And then the ending of this movie was just so frustrating. Just like even things I wouldn't normally complain about, I complained about, like physics or like how their universe works. Because some people will complain about like say Wonder Woman, for example, people complained about how did no one find this Amazonas island? It's like they explained it with the fog,
It was even with magic.
Yes,
like
exactly.
that's outside
but
physics. Like
there was like stuff in this that just was not explained well enough to where you could justify what happened. So I'm honestly just gonna spoil it right now.
Yeah, go for it.
There is a scene
Yeah.
where he shoots a bullet at the man in black. Straight bullet.
Sounds kind of like a lot of
And
scenes.
he's a
I don't
gunslinger,
know.
as Andy has professed.
What?
He
Yeah,
gunslings.
There's gunslingers
he's
in this movie?
Oh,
So
he
he's already performed really crazy stuff like ricocheting bullets and stuff like that.
Yes, wanted.
Then
Yeah.
when the man in black is, just wiping the floor with Idris Elba or whatever the hell he is. But so he shoots one bullet at him. Matthew McConaughey's getting cocky, he's like about to block the bullet, and then the gunslinger shoots a shot at a different direction, diagonal direction. It ricochets and then hits the other bullet that was going straight, mind you. So this bullet is going in a faster path.
Does he have fast bullets?
So
this
is the thing that I don't think was explained very well, because these characters do kind of have supernatural powers. So there could be something that the gunslinger did to like make the bullet go faster or make the original bullet go slower, but they never addressed that.
It's a part of his toolkit that wasn't really covered.
It was
It's unknown.
It was just very upsetting to be like, okay, that is just plain physics that shouldn't happen.
I know exactly what you mean. That kills him. The bullet that
Yes. Or
he dies from a bullet.
So supposedly,
This, like, dark wizard.
Yes.
It's like
Supposedly, we don't.
bullets. My only weakness.
I mean, as far as we know,
Yeah,
he's dead.
We don't see
Okay.
what happens after. We know he
Okay.
gets falls to the ground and like, oh
And-
my god, I got shot.
Even though there were some funny parts, it's kind of a lot of the same. It's that that new superhero, kind of like Thor or something. Where they'll be put in like a normal situation, but they think it's like this extraordinary thing, and that's where like a lot of the humor from this movie.
Water, kinda,
yes, a lot of fish out of humor.
Fish
I
out of
enjoyed it.
humor. Get out of here.
Fish out of humor. Water.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Are you still? Is your a genuine opinion, or
my
are you
genuine
like
opinion?
trying to
No,
fight for it still?
I enjoyed the fish out of water humor.
Okay,
I thought
okay.
that was fun.
It was fun, but
it had some fun
I
moments.
think it also adds to why the movie is bad, because it's just other people are doing it way better than they are doing it.
Yeah. You said it got kind of played out during the movie. It was kind of like
Yes,
a
they
joke.
when it happens, it happens rapidly, because like that's like a small part of the movie. I mean, the movie's short as it is, in this concentrated part of the movie, that's where a lot of the humor takes off. And as I'm saying this, there's not that much humor really in the beginning of the movie. So there's like this disjointed like energy throughout the movie. It's like, oh, it's serious. Oh, it's an action. Oh, it's a sci-fi. Oh, it's a comedy. And I understand that movies can do that stuff well, but they usually add like a little light bit of sense. Like, the start of the movie will usually generally give you a taste of what it should be, and it just felt like it was going to be a serious movie, which is fine.
I mean, that's what I got from the trailer.
Yes,
From the trailer,
but
it seemed kind of like a no-nonsense.
But it kind of
this is the story.
It kind of bounces from genre to genre in a sense.
That's a shame it couldn't find.
It
place.
just
I know a lot of
really
people were-
it feels like it's just someone got lost in the writing or something like that, or there's scenes missing, something's going on.
Do we know what the writing process was like, or the directing process was like? Were there hiccups along the way?
From what I've read, the director or producers claimed that there were no hiccups, and they claimed that they were on budget. But I also read another source that was like claiming that they were lying because they had to do some reshoots or something like that. So I have no idea. It sounds like this was. I think Andy has better information on this, but it sounds like they were planning on this being like their Lord of the Rings or something. Like they were really hoping this movie was going to take off, and that's why they left they didn't have an early viewing until the 24 hours before, because they wanted to make sure people saw this movie, and I think that showed that they didn't have a lot of hope with their finished product.
Sure.
Interesting. You know, not showing like a pre-screening like that is generally not a good
It's a
sign.
bad sign
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the takeaway from what I do like.
You tell me there are gunslingers in the movie. I'm gonna throw you
There
out
are
the window.
gunslingers, but the thing is, I like the concept of the different worlds, this whole mystery of the Dark Tower and the power of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that jumping from different worlds is really cool. I think just the concept in general is pretty awesome, which is kind of why I'm also interested in reading the books, because it seems like a really well thought out universe, and which is why I kind of want to see. And I'm hoping for a television series that I think they are actually working on.
Really?
Yeah, they're working on a
I'm
television
still
series.
actually fine because I still think there's a chance for this to be good.
Because
Yeah.
the books have essentially universal praise.
Mhm.
Everyone loves the books. I've talked about the books. The books are great.
I've only heard
Love
good things too.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely seems like it would have benefited way more from a kind of Game of Thrones style telling. You know, I mean, you couldn't have put Game of Thrones into a 90-minute movie. And
They're like
they're
three
roughly,
90-minute movies.
Yeah, and exactly. You couldn't have put it like in like a trilogy. It seems like they're the same length as far as source material as
Sure.
well. You know, from the books, and
And there's a lot of
that has me
confusion
intrigued.
behind it too in the books and in this movie. So, I mean, that's kind of like a lot of people kind of like that aspect of Game of Thrones. So I think you do make a good point, is that
The
like
mystery,
people
yeah.
love to fill in those extra spots with their own fan theories and stuff. So I think you're onto something, but yeah, I think there is a lot left unanswered though. Like Andy was saying, like the whole traveling between worlds thing. I think that they really rushed that part, like because the kid just kind of almost randomly, you know, goes to a new world, and then and then people just like it almost doesn't seem like it's a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
Transferring between worlds and stuff, like
It was rushed.
it became that kind of movie where like if like something great happened, like when the Man in Black died and all that. Sorry guys for the spoilers, but a movie is not good when there's like kind of like a scene happens and you're supposed to feel that moment of triumph, but you don't. You know?
well, I mean, that comes with time. You know, you have to get invested in the characters, and you have to start, you know, feeling one way or the other. Like it's hard to draw any kind of significant relationship when it's all this information just thrown at you. I mean, that's the impression.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm honestly am fine with confusing information or information that is purposely left out.
But the stuff that still has time to sink in. You know what I mean by that? Like even if it was Game of Thrones is my go-to example here.
Okay.
With, you know, everything is presented to you over seasons. You know,
Sure.
There's mystery behind it all. You can fill in the blank.
It's a big universe.
You fill in the blank because you want to feel a certain way about a scene, or you're going to predict it's going to go this way, or something because you're invested in it. You've spent time with it, and it seems hard for such a beloved book series and something with such a rich lore to it, from what I've heard. Totally uneducated opinion here, but it seems hard to get people to like really care, or not care, but like really want to draw their own conclusions, really want to fill in the blanks for that.
No, but like I'm just saying, I don't know if my argument was actually trying to connect off of that. It's more just like.
I misinterpreted that.
Yeah, sorry. I know. I think I agree with you. I'm totally fine with that whole blank space. What I'm upset about is when something crazy happens, like as I was saying, him killing the Man in Black or shooting him. Anyways, you're supposed to feel like this. Yes, you got him, but you don't feel that energy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. They didn't invest their time well in developing the characters, which is like one of the big things that you don't want to do.
That's the thing, though. They did a good job with the kid, but
Right.
then the kid gets really dry, though,
Yeah.
and it's like you don't care about the kid because then they just focus
On Roland.
Roland,
and-
but then you're not really connected to him either because. You almost don't really know that much about him. It's just like
not
it's
not
just
not well
just a
developed.
revenge
Yeah.
thing. It's just a whole vendetta against the Man in Black, and I don't know. I almost feel like I don't know if the kid's actually a big part of the story or not, but I feel like if it was just him and the Man in Black, I think this movie would have been a lot better.
Idris Elba and the Man in Black.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, the kid comes in at the very end of the book series.
Mm.
It's primarily the Man in Black and the Gunslinger.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Take
Well,
that
anyways,
what you will.
I think I don't know. Obviously, Patrick talked a lot more than me about this, and has a definitely more passionate.
No, Andy was
feelings.
on my side too. He was just being nice and trying to
that's-
defend
the spirit of debate.
I had no words to say.
I mean,
It's
do you
like,
have any
like I have
downsides about the movie that I didn't cover?
Anything
Right.
you want to add? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not enough gunslingers?
not enough gunslinger, right? It was hard to argue, wholeheartedly for it because of like all the mistakes and again, just it was a rushed movie, undeveloped characters. I want more of the universe. I want to understand it. I don't understand the universe as well. Like, yeah, they're afraid of like these darkness, these creatures coming, but like, okay, I want more to understand. And
Yeah.
so, that's kind of why I couldn't really have much of an argument to go see it. But Idris does his thing. McConaughey does what he can. The kid did what he did. It was, it's just, unfortunate.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to try to get myself to read the books at some point, hopefully. But yeah, I guess let's just leave it at that for our review for Dark Tower.
For Dark Tower, yeah, I'm probably gonna give it like
Out of
a
10?
4 or 5.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe that counts as a review, but anyways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean,
I think there's something there,
Rough.
and I still will give them a chance to expand
Yeah, I mean,
off
the
this
concept
universe
is cool.
that they've started.
like I said again, I just want more of the universe. I think it's an awesome concept, so I will be excited for more when I get more.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I love the actors. Like, I know Matthew McConaughey can pull this off, but his acting did feel pretty dry with this character.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, there we go. I think we're gonna probably just end it there. Hopefully, I'm trying to get the guys to watch Atomic Blonde, and hopefully we can review that.
Yep.
We'll see
Yep.
what else we have in store for you next week.
Wow, it's an orc in the room.
Again, this is I Want to Talk Movies. I'm Andy Aguirre.
I'm Patrick, and I want to talk movies.
And I'm the math guy.
And we'll leave it at that. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.